Welcome. Tonight, we are talking about apples and how you can crunch your way to some healthy nutrition. There's no easier way to add a dose of nutrition to your day than by crunching on a tasty apple. Everybody's heard apple a day keeps the doctor away. You probably first experienced its delightful flavor as a baby when applesauce introduced you to real food. And now, whether it's Granny Smith or Macintosh or Red Delicious, you think of apples as an old friend. Grown throughout the world, apples are high in fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. They're fat-free, cholesterol-free, and low in sodium. In short, eating apples is a smart part of a healthy lifestyle. So, let's talk about some ways in which apples keep you healthy. First of all, an apple will help you regulate your day. You don't have to worry about staying regular anymore. Whether your problem is visiting the bathroom too often or not enough, apples can help. A British researcher, Dr. D.P. Burkitt, believes that one of the easiest ways to prevent all sorts of illnesses is to avoid constipation. He calls the diseases caused by chronic constipation pressure diseases. Appendicitis, diverticulitis diseases, hemorrhoids, hiatal hernias, even varicose veins can all be caused by straining to pass small hard stools. Just one apple with its skin contains 4 to 5 grams of fiber, the most important nutrient in keeping your bowels working like a well-oiled machine. Keeping yourself regular without relying on harmful laxatives could be as easy as replacing an afternoon snack of potato chips or cookies with a crisp, delicious apple. And think of the calories you're going to save. The average apple has about 80 calories, while a serving of chip weighs in at about 150 calories and 200 calories for a couple of cookies. But that's not the only thing that apples can do. They're also really good for diarrhea, thanks to an ingredient called pectin. The carbohydrate actually has a congealing effect in your intestines that helps firm things up and return you to normal. Applesauce is actually the best apple product for diarrhea since it's made without the high fiber skin. But watch out for extra sugar. Some brands of applesauce dump a truckload of sweeteners into an otherwise healthy food, and too much refined sugar can actually make your diarrhea worse. So, preparing a few apples on your stove at home, peeling them, cooking them on high heat, best way to make your own applesauce, no sugar needed. Okay, just so you know, that whole idea of the brat diet, bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast when you have stomach issues, applesauce is a big part of that for the reason that it helps to pull things back together for you. Apples also help to keep your body young. As you know, antioxidants can protect you from the diseases that seem to be a part of aging. In fact, so many people are taking supplements for antioxidant protection that it's now a multi-billion-dollar industry. But the evidence is mounting that whole foods can actually do more for you than pills can. When scientists compared a 1,500 milligram vitamin C supplement to one small apple, the results were astounding. The antioxidant values were equal. That means a fresh apple has more than 15 times the antioxidant power of the recommended dose of vitamin C. And that's just for starters. The researchers also found that an ordinary apple was able to stop the growth of colon and liver cancer cells in test tubes. Unpeeled apples are especially effective. The question you need to ask yourself is, why would I waste money on flavorless supplements when I can get better antioxidant firepower from a sweet, crunchy fruit? It also cuts your risk of heart disease. Sometimes it's hard to remember which foods are good for which part of your body. The next time you pick up an apple, examine it carefully. It's shaped a bit like a heart. And that should help you remember that apples are good for your heart. It's the magnesium and potassium in apples that help regulate your blood pressure and keep your heart beating steadily. And it's the flavonoid quercetin, a naturally occurring antioxidant, that protects your artery walls from damage and keeps your blood flowing smoothly. In fact, adding flavonoid-rich foods like apples to your diet has been scientifically confirmed to lower your risk of heart disease. There's proof of this in a study of Japanese women who ate foods higher in quercetin. they were less likely to get coronary heart disease than other women, since they had lower levels of total and LDL. LDL is that bad cholesterol. So, with that in mind, apples are also going to be your key to striking at the heart of strokes. Scientists aren't sure which ingredient in this multi-talented fruit to credit, but the connection is clear. People who regularly eat apples are less likely to have strokes than people who don't. Apples are also instrumental in protecting your joints. In areas of the world where fruits and vegetables make up a large part of the diet, very few people get arthritis. Compare this to modernized countries where fruits and vegetables have been replaced by fast processed food, and you'll find up to 70% of the population suffers from some form of arthritis. Just a coincidence? Not according to the nutrition experts. They link this trend to boron, a trace mineral in many plants, including apples, absorbed from the soil. If you eat like most people, you get about 1 to 2 milligrams of boron a day, mostly from non-citrus fruits, leafy vegetables, and nuts. Experts believe that you need anywhere from 3 to 10 milligrams per day to affect your risk of arthritis. To boost your boron intake to this level, you would have to eat more than 9 apples a day. That's probably an unreasonable amount for most people, but don't despair. Pair an apple with other boron-rich foods, like a few tablespoons of peanut butter or a large handful of raisins, and you'll not only have your delicious afternoon snack, but you'll make your joint-saving quota of boron at the same time. Apples can also help you with breathing. Your lungs are assaulted every day by cigarette smoke, air pollution, pollen, and other airborne nasties. On top of that, perhaps you suffer from asthma, emphysema, or another lung condition. If you want to take a deep breath, then grab an apple. A 5-year study of more than 2,500 men from Wales found that those who ate 5 or more apples per week were able to fill their lungs with more air than those who didn't eat apples. Experts believe you might be getting special protection from the antioxidant quercetin. Unfortunately, eating apples can't reverse a lung condition you already have, but it might help add a new line of defense against further damage. So before I close, let me give you a couple of pantry pointers. Buy apples that are unbruised, firm, and have a good color. Take them out of your plastic bag and store them in your refrigerator, loose in the produce bin or in a paper bag is best. And since they will absorb odors, keep them away from strong-smelling foods like onions and garlic. So, all the more reason that advice of an apple a day is really good to follow.